Hello once again, my people, it is I, Veed, and welcome back to Repeat. Last episode, we found out that the debts, like the debt takers, criminal debt takers, are basically, like, how do I word this? Beating the fuck out of Herschel, being like, where's our money? Basically, that scene from Family Guy with Stewie and Brian, where's my money?
Where's my money, man?
And so we're just trying to find a way to... Well, first off, the Sissel's pissed, for good reason. And now we have to go find him. And, yeah, let's go ahead and get this started real quick. Everything's knocking down. Gotta find Sissel. Where should I try searching? So last episode, we went to go talk with Philip, and he was like, Black Cat's always here, sis. So I think... he was just like, oh yeah, maybe you should tell Owen about this. And he said that Owen was last in the courtyard, so let's go there. Okay, I ran into the school courtyard, glancing around frantically. The place was filled with chattering students now that class has just ended, but Sissel was nowhere in sight. Damn it, where could he be? I blinked as... Oh my god, wait, this is coming out of not these speakers. Whoops, give me a second. That's better. Oh my god, that was... Whoops. Oh wait, hold up. I blinked as someone gave me a friendly pat on the shoulder. Yo, Veed, what's got you into a tizzy? Oh, oh, wait, hold on. Yo, Veed, what's got you into a tizzy? Oh, hey, Owen. It's nothing, really. Have you seen Sissel by any chance? Sissel? I saw him in class like 10 minutes ago, looking like the world's angriest storm cloud. Man, did you get into a fight already? Your first date was just yesterday. I thought it was going so well, too. The date was great, actually. It's just, a lot of stuff has happened since then. My eyes suddenly lit up as an idea hit me. I grabbed Owen by the sleeve. Wait a minute. Owen, you have money? Owen blinked at me blankly. I mean, yeah. Local rich boy Owen Lorelei at your service. If you're looking for a sugar daddy, though, you should probably talk to Sissel first. Hello? Sugar daddy. I mean, like, if you want to pay for my bills. You're cute, and I might be open to some group fun, but I respect sis too much for it. No, you dumbass, that's not what I'm talking about. You could help us with something. Listen, you know Sissel's boss, Herschel? It turns out that he's getting threatened by a bunch of thugs to collect some shady debt. I know it's not polite to just ask for money, but they're threatening to hurt him real bad, and maybe Sissel too. Oh, shit, that sounds like some serious business. Shouldn't you call the police, or... Oh, this is a new one. Hey, Owen, what's up? Wait a minute. Owen frowned. Shady debt collectors? A strange mixture of nervous guilt slowly knotted into his brow. Did you happen to see what these thugs look like? I did catch a glimpse of them as they were leaving. They were pretty well dressed, probably on the wealthy side. I squinted. Now that he mentioned it, those thugs looked an awful lot like... Did they look like me? Oh, fuck. See, I told you, as soon as their sprites came up, I was like, oh, the fucking Owen Lorelei, come get your family. I flinched. Well, maybe a little. Owen bit his lip and grimaced. That's no good. I think I need to go. Huh? Wait, where are you going? Owen stormed off without another word. He barely spared me a second glance as he ran towards the school entrance in an anxious sprint. I wonder what got into him. Okay, so the only place that we would have left is the... Strange noise near school entrance. That wasn't there before. My ears twitched a little as I tilted my head curiously. Heated whispers echoed through the hall near the entrance of the school. What's going on over there? That's probably like what it is, but... What? Oh, fuck, Owen. Hey, I need to fix this! I froze up quickly and ducked behind a corner. I've never heard Owen sound so angry. What was he talking about? Oh, fuck. Oh, it's these two. Hello? I thought you said you wanted nothing to do with the Lorelei family. Owen let out a frustrated hiss. That says his, Shirokoi. Hello? And raked his fingers through his hair. I'd want nothing more than to stay as far away from the rest of the Lorelei's as possible. But I've been running away from them all my life. If I had joined them, I might have been able to change things. Maybe if I didn't run away, I could have made them less corrupt. Maybe Cecil's boss wouldn't have to... Philip leaned close to Owen and placing a comfort hand on his shoulder. You were a kid. One person is in a disaster of a family. You're not responsible. Owen buried his face with his hand and breathed in sharply. And breathed out. In. Out. That doesn't matter now. In any case, I'm gonna find these debt collectors from my family and I'm gonna pay off Cecil's boss's debt. Hopefully that keeps them safe for a while. You're assuming that your family's willing to let them go? I'm not sure if you've noticed, but your entire family is filled with sadistic pieces of shit. It's the least I can do right now. Better than turning a blind eye and doing nothing again. Sounds of shuffling footsteps echoed through the hallway. What? Isn't it obvious? I'm coming with you. You're not involved. Like hell I'm not. I've got a bone to pick with the Lorelei's myself. Oh shit. Plus, I'm not letting you go and face a bunch of thugs all by yourself. You're stuck with me, like it or not. That sounds like a loose kind of deal. Oh god, Owen. You know, this isn't how I imagine I would bring a guy home to meet the family. They'll be thrilled, I'm sure. Philip let out a teasing laugh and pushed the school doors open. Anyway, you ready to go? Owen smiled fondly. With you by my side? Always. Oh my god. Okay, well, I still have to go find Cecil. What was all that about? They're obviously gonna, like, they gotta find Cecil. Where should I try searching? School office. He has to be in there. The Adrania Academy offices were buzzing with post-Victor's Day activity. Teachers were busy gossiping with each other's parents' reactions and bragging about how clever their favorite students were. This hardly seemed like the place to go if Cecil was in such an angry state. Still, it wouldn't hurt her to look around. I quietly slipped through the narrow hallways and approached a familiar office near the back of the building. Oh, why if it isn't Mr. Veed? I was expecting you. Come and take a seat. I was just brewing a fresh pot of tea. Mrs. Corley's stern yet gentle smile greeted me as she eagerly ushered me into her office. I awkwardly settled into her office, glancing around curiously. Unlike Mr. Rokov's surgically clean and organized office, Mrs. Corley's space felt very cozy and lived in. Yeah, because she's a fucking boss-ass bitch and I love her. Why haven't you made a Sprite for her yet, Shiro? There was a steaming tea set on a small table in the corner, next to her shelf of trophies from former students and a heavy pot of Eldwise flowers. Two comfy beanbags and cushy chairs faced Mrs. Corliss' desk in a very casual arrangement. The place felt more like a mini living room instead of a teacher's office. I don't remember these beanbags being here. What's the occasion? Oh, Cecil came here earlier looking like he's ready to skin someone alive. I figured a more comfortable environment would help soothe his ruffled feathers. Cecil was here? Do you know where he went? Mrs. Corliss let out a low chuckle as she reached for her tea set. Gentle steam billowing from her teapot and golden brown tea filled my cup. An earthy and herbal smell filled the warm room. I felt my anxious shoulders loosen as a sense of calm washed over me. If you were worried about your friend's foul mood, I'm happy to tell you that Cecil left a much calmer state. Oh, that's good to hear at least. I took a sip of tea. I have no more water. What am I doing? The gentle bitter taste gently washed away my frantic background static of stress that's been buzzing in my head since this morning. The stress was still there, but I did feel a little better. Now, Mr. Veed, what has been bothering you? You hardly look better than Cecil when he first came in. There's just a lot of stuff happening right now. Mrs. Corley simply nodded and listened attentively. I took another sip of tea. Cecil's been having some family issues and he's been seething since this morning. I want to help, but he's too angry to even talk to me. I mean, we're dating now, right? I figured he'd have more trust in me, or at least be willing to talk about what's bothering him. I want to help, but I can't really do that if he's being all silent and brooding. I blinked and blankly stared at my cup. It was empty already. More tea? I nodded gratefully as Mrs. Corliss poured more into my cup. Holy shit, this music is getting me emotional. What the fuck? Cheryl, don't do this to me! It's admirable that you want to help your friend, Veed, but sometimes emotions get the better of us. If Sissel is so worked up, perhaps it's better to give him some space and allow him to calm himself down first. It'd hardly be a productive conversation if either of you are too angry to speak clearly. That's true, but you're still worried? I sighed and buried my nose into my teacup again. Yeah. Mrs. Corliss hummed quietly as she set her teapot down with a quiet tick. At this point, you should know Sissel better than anyone else. You know he has a hard time accepting help. When help is given, he feels guilty and undeserving, as though there is a debt to be repaid for such kindness. It is truly hard to help our loved ones when they feel unworthy of love. Mrs. Corliss paused and took a sip of tea. A trait that runs in his family, I suppose. I looked up in surprise. Oh, so she knew! She knew this whole fucking time, bitch! Okay, I see you. He told you about that? Sissel was being vague, but I had my suspicions. He has his mother eyes and stubborn work ethic. It grew a little more obvious when he stormed in earlier asking about Cecilia Bradley and what I knew about her. She laughed fondly. Although, my suspicions were only fully confirmed when you mentioned Sissel was having family issues. Oh. Whoops. So she just had, like, her little assumptions, but now she knows. I shrugged sheepishly. So, did you tell anything about his mom? What was his reaction? Conflicted and bittersweet, as you could imagine. It is hard to hear how kind and hardworking your mother is with the knowledge that you would never meet her. Mrs. Corliss stood up and rummaged through a nearby shelf. I've been meaning to give Sissel this, but he left before I had the chance. Since you are looking for him, would you do me the favor of delivering this? I blinked in surprise as Mrs. Corliss handed me an old, faded photo. It's a class picture. Actually, that isn't accurate. It's a photo of the knitting club at Gerarding Academy back in the ye olden days. The club only lasted 1 year, but it was filled with a small group of students that changed my life for the better, Cecilia Bradley being one of them. I'm sure Cecil will appreciate it. I glanced at the figures in the photo quietly. A much younger Mrs. Corliss smiled back at me, along with 5 grinning figures. One was a tired but jovial Cecilia Bradley. A tiny Kerschel wearing an oversized baseball cap beaming timidly near the bottom of the photo. The rest of the figures were strangers, but they all looked familiar in some strange way. I gently placed the photo in my bag and nodded. I'll make sure he gets this. Where did Sissel go after talking with you? Do you think he's calmed down enough for me to find him? Mrs. Corliss smiled. I just want to go find my boyfriend and I want to have a happy time, bitch! He did look much happier after our little chat. As for where he went, I think you'd know better than I. Did he go to the fucking cottage? Where does he usually go when he's upset and needs comfort and familiarity? The fucking cottage. I see. Thanks, Mrs. Corliss. It is my pleasure, Veed. I am your teacher and hopefully trusted adult figure. You are always welcome to my office if you need someone to share your troubles with. I'm here to help. Oh, thank you. I sipped the last of my tea with a small smile. Thank you. Oh, what a fucking cutie! Gotta find Sissel. Where should I try searching? Bradley Woods, bitch! Am I ready to head out to Bradley Woods? I won't be able to return to campus for a while. Yep, I did everything that I needed to. Alright, time to make my way off campus. I hope Sissel is doing alright. Bam. Let's go, sis. As for where he went, I think you know better than I. Bye, bitch. Where does he usually go when he's upset and needs comfort and familiarity? Damn. Mrs. Corliss had said those words with such confidence in me. I couldn't help but feel a small flutter and comfort in my chest. To Bradley Woods, where Sissel grew up. Where he always goes when he needs to feel at home and at peace. I was about to leave when suddenly a familiar cold shiver curled down my spine. Except it wasn't cold. It felt strangely warm and comforting this time around, like a fresh summer breeze. Echo? Is that you? Echo! Oh my god, I've missed this fucking bitch! Thank you! Hey, Vid. It's been a little while. I pressed my palm against the camera, hanging around my neck gently. It pulsed with that strange, ghostly warmth that had grown so familiar to me. We haven't spoken since you were devoured by the remnant. Are you feeling any better? Echo hummed thoughtfully. My camera rumbled against my chest as though it was purring. For someone whose body got chewed into little pieces, I feel pretty good. What about you? For someone who possibly caused his boyfriend to cut ties with his only remaining family, I'm doing pretty okay-ish. I sighed and shuffled my feet absent-mindedly. I can't help but feel... What if I didn't force Herschel to confess everything? He and Sissel could have lived happily in ignorance, and maybe none of this would be happening. My camera rumbled disapprovingly. Herschel's debtors would have come for him regardless, and Herschel's guild has been eating at him for years. It would have destroyed him sooner or later. Your choice was wise, if a little painful. But sometimes a bone needed to be rebroken in order to reset and heal. But sometimes a bone needs to be rebroken in order to reset and heal properly. That analogy isn't very comforting. What do you think I can do to help in this situation? How do I reset that broken bone here? Everyone's too mad or broken up to really come back together. You need to help them come to an understanding, find common ground. Help them look past all the anger and guilt, and remember what is truly important at the end of the day. You are more equipped for this task than you think. Wow, that makes me feel fantastic, Echo. Thanks. I don't want to be the band-aid on all of this. Oh, and how's that? My camera rumbled against my chest. A wave of warmth washed over me. Your ability. You mean that thing I do where I snap a photo and fall into a coma for like 10 minutes? And then I get a memory flashbacks whenever I snap photos of... Try to do it over carpet next time. You always end up falling on your nose. More importantly, your ability has grown stronger since you returned from the previous timeline. Can you feel it? I clutched my camera gingerly. The warm heartbeat did feel a little firmer. I haven't tried to use that memory dive since I came back from that nightmare. Has something changed? If you really think about it, photographs are little threads connecting the past to the present. Till now, you've been tugging at threads that connect people to their past. But those threads connect people to their loved ones as well. Follow those threads, and maybe they'll lead you to a memory that you truly need. I'll pretend I understood what you said. Me too, bitch! Fuck it, me too! Why can't you wishes ever give me a straight answer? Echo chuckled softly. You'll know what I mean when you see it. He yawned quietly. I need some more rest. You should continue your search for Sissel in the meantime. Sure thing. Off to Bradley Woods we go. Yeah, we need to go find our boyfriend and make sure that he's doing fine. I was halfway en route to Bradley Woods when a thought suddenly hit me. Maybe I should give Ginny a call about the situation. This is probably something she'd want to know about. I rummaged through my pockets for my phone and give Jimmy's number a quick tap. Yeah, I was about to be like, where the fuck is Ginny? That's cute. That's cute. I see what you did there. I fucking see you. Ginny's phone buzzed for several long moments after her bedside table before coming to a stop. Huh? She's not picking up. The voicemail blip suddenly played as I stuttered into a phone absent-mindedly. Hey Ginny. Hope you're doing well. Just calling to let you know about the whole Herschel and Sissel situation. Herschel finally confessed and Sissel's really mad, but I'm gonna go talk to him now that he's calmed down a bit. It'd be nice to if you gave Sissel a call when you're free. You two are best friends, aren't you? I'm sure he could use an extra person to talk with. Anyway, I'm off to the woods again. Doesn't look like there's gonna be a nice camping trip this time around. Hope to see you soon. The voicemail blip ends. Oh, I'm uncomfortable! Okay, Bradley Woods. Bradley Woods, let's fucking go. A refreshing summer breeze swept through Bradley Woods this afternoon. Despite the turmoil from this morning, I couldn't help but hum leisurely in rhythm with the rustling leaves. I can see why Sissel always come here to cool his head. I mean, it's nice, it's relaxing, it's part of nature, it's great, even though that cottage is fucking broken down. There was a certain calming air to Bradley Woods. A sharp splash took me out of my musing. What was that? Another small splash followed it. I quickened my pace towards the source of the sound. Looks like I found him. Yay! Let's go have a boyfriend talk, bitch. I thought you didn't like getting wet. Sissel's ears twitched as he turned to me with a scowl. His shoes were tossed haphazardly in the lake shore while he stood in knee-deep water, rolling a large flat stone in his hand. Oh, well, you know what? The Sissel, I see your sprite. I see it. But let's just have a conversation and just try to get you in the mindset, sis, okay? I don't. But this hasn't exactly been a normal day. How do you know where you're to find me? You always come here when you're upset. Right next to your moping shack, as Jenny likes to call it. I don't mope. I don't know. The 20 unread messages on your phone say otherwise. Sissel sighed before rearing back and launching a stone into the lake. It skipped once and then immediately sank with an unsatisfactory plop. Sorry. I just really needed some time to think. I know you wanted to help, but I didn't think I'd be very receptive. I was so angry I could barely see straight. I figured. I just got a little worried, you know? A quick little, hey baby, honey cake, sweet pea, I need some time to cool off, talk to you when I'm ready. That would have been nice. I am not calling you any of those nicknames, but it's cute! It's cute! You better call me something! We're dating now, we gotta have something to embarrass each other with. I slipped off my shoes and joined Sissel in the cool waters of Bradley Lake. Rummaging around the shallows, I plucked a heavy flat stone out of the water. Yeah, sorry. I'll try to be a little more open next time. I smiled and waved a hand dismissively. Bitch, you fine! It's all good. I'm just glad that you're doing a little better. How are you feeling? I gave my stone a gentle toss into the lake. My hand slipped and it sank immediately, splashing water into both of our spluttering faces. Oh, bitch, cute. Watch your aim, dude. There was a small smile on his face as Sissel reached for another stone. Oh, and then right back to it. I'm not sure what I'm feeling right now. Everything's so damn confusing. Like, it's infuriating to know that I could have grown up with a nice family, or a good mom at the very least. The orphanage found me abandoned in a dumpster like as a baby. I always thought my parents didn't want me, that I was some big mistake. Another toss, another heavy splash. Sissel sighed. It's just nice to know that that's not true, that my mom really cared about me. But that just makes everything else hurt more. Boss Herschel fucked everything up for me. I ended up growing up on the streets as an orphan with a dead mom because he just had to go steal money to win a damn competition. I'm so damn angry about him, but then I see him all beaten up and bruised and why do I still care? Sissel hurls another stone into the lake. It sinks with a heavy thwunk without a single skip. And the damn asshole won't even let me help him either. Like, what's the big idea? Sissel huffed furiously and kicked the lake water with an angry splash. I leaned in close and gave Sissel a sympathetic pat on the shoulder. Herschel did all that he could to support you through your life. Remember last night? He grabbed us out of the rain and cooked a feast for us without a second thought. It's easy to see why you still care under all that anger. Sissel sighed and slumped weakly into the water. Yeah, Herschel's helped me so much. I probably wouldn't be here without him. Then again, I might be in a warm and happy family right now if it weren't for him. I don't know, I just feel so out of my depth. Depth. Oh no. Herschel's technically family now, right? Aren't you supposed to love and respect your parents, and they support you back, but that sad ass won't even accept my help. Sissel tugged on his long ears and groaned in frustration. He glanced up at me curiously. Hey Vid, you grew up with parents. How does that shit work? I blinked slowly. That's a loaded question. I'm not sure if I'm the right person to ask. Sissel scratched his head awkwardly. I mean, you still got parents, don't you? I was just wondering. How do you feel about your parents? Did you ever get into arguments or anything like that? Wow, this is kind of deep. Oh, this got deep. No. No fights? None at all? Usually they fight amongst each other. I kind of just disappear into the background. Oh. Well, did your parents ever do anything good you appreciated? I gave Sissel a wry smile. Yeah, they sent me to Girani Academy, and then I met you and the rest of the gang. Granted, I only got sent here because I won a randomly selected scholarship and my parents wanted me out of their hair. Sissel felt silent. Oh. Sorry. I shouldn't have asked. Nah, it's all good. The two of us stood stiffly at the lake's edge, quietly watching the waves lap onto the sand. Several long minutes drifted before I spoke again. I'm probably not the best frame for reference for quality parenting, but the way Herschel's acting, always taking care of you, always making sure to support you in whatever way possible. When I look at him, I see unconditional love. The kind that parents are supposed to give. The comfort in knowing that there's always someone to come home to. I've always wondered that it felt like... I've always wondered that it felt like... Bitch! I think you meant I always wondered what it felt like. Shiro... Make me your grammar Nazi, sis. Sissel rolled onto another flat stone in his hand, staring out into the lake thoughtfully. Don't get me wrong, you still have every right to hate him. Herschel made terrible and selfish mistakes that ruined your life. But at the end of the day, he still cares. I think that's something worth considering. Sissel stood up slowly. He rolled the stone in his hand one more time before gently tossing it into the lake. It skipped once, twice, thrice, 7 times before disappearing under the waves with a gentle plop. You're right. I still care about him too. I'm still angry, but I don't want to see him hurt. I want to have a long talk with him and just sort things out together, honestly. There's still so much I want to know. About him, about my mom, about everything. Sissel sighed again. But of course, we still got those debt collectors to deal with, and Boss is too stubborn to accept any help I try to give him. He hasn't answered any of my phone calls either, that jackass. A light bulb suddenly went off in my head. You want to know about Herschel's past and understand him better? Sissel glanced up at me curiously. Yeah, it'd probably help me convince him to accept my help too, and maybe make me a little less mad. Maybe. I rummaged through my pockets excitedly. That photo that Mrs. Corliss gave me. If what Echo said was true and my memory dive ability had truly grown stronger, then maybe I could take Sissel with me and actually show him Herschel's past. It'd be a pain to explain how it works, but I'm sure I'll manage. I froze. My jacket pocket was soaked. Fuck! What's wrong? I pulled out the photograph out of my pocket. It was dripping wet. God damn it, we are so... What the fuck? Okay. Alright. I love the little bit of, excitedness. I love the little bit of, like, comedy. But I'm like, what the fuck? Bitch, you gotta be smarter about that. Shit, everything's wet. Give me a towel. I don't have one. Give me your shirt, then. My shirt's wet, too. What's so important? Why did I jump in the water? This is a terrible idea. Are you wearing underwear? That's gotta be dry, right? What's that gotta do with anything? And you know I go commando most days. I need something to dry this photo with. Fuck it, I'll just use my own. Sissel's eyes grew to the size of dinner plates as I reached up for my belt. Dude, you can't just strip in the middle of the woods. Oh my god. Oh, it fucking drive me. It's nothing you haven't seen before. What if someone else sees you? We'll get arrested for public indecency. Well, tough shit. I need this photo in one piece. Wait, no. Put your pants back on! What? I'm so confused. To be continued? Shoko, you're gonna end it off like that? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh, motherfucker. I'm gonna have a fucking talk with you through your DMs, bitch. Well, I guess I have to end off the episode right there. Fuck. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Veed. I hope that you had a wonderful time watching this. I hope that you had a wonderful time watching me go through some angsty shit. See that Owen and Philip are going to be probably fighting his family, or Owen's family, and then us hopefully getting some shit with Sissel. Fuck. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe buttons down below. You know, help a fellow YouTuber out. Make sure to hit that notification bell so that way you don't miss up on any of my uploads. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye!